Damian Marley reflects on the emotional struggles of his father, Bob Marley, revealing that the heartbreak from his relationship with Cindy may have contributed to his decline, alongside his battle with cancer. Damian acknowledges the complexity of Bob's life, where public strength masked private vulnerabilities, challenging the idealized narrative of his father's legacy. He emphasizes that emotional turmoil can be as damaging as physical illness, highlighting the pressures Bob faced as a cultural icon while dealing with personal conflicts. Damian's candid admission marks a departure from his usual preservation of his father's image, suggesting that love can have unintended consequences and that even legends can be affected by their closest relationships. In contrast, Damian has sought to carve his own identity within the Marley legacy, redefining what it means to carry the family name while navigating the expectations placed upon him. Damian Marley has a profound respect for his father's musical legacy, yet he sought to carve out his own identity in the music industry. While his siblings embraced traditional reggae, Damian was drawn to the more contemporary sounds of dancehall and DJ culture, immersing himself in the sound system scene. Adopting the stage name Junior Gong, a nod to his father's nickname, he aimed to evolve the Marley legacy rather than reject it. Despite this, he constantly faced comparisons to his father, which added complexity to his personal journey. His second album, Halfway Tree, served as a significant personal statement, symbolizing his life caught between two worlds, the struggles of Jamaica's underprivileged and the privileges of his heritage. The album's title reflects both a physical location in Kingston and a metaphor for his dual identity, marking a pivotal moment in his exploration of what it means to be Bob Marley's son. Raised by a single mother, Damian's life has been marked by a duality of wealth and hardship, visibility and emotional distance. His album, Halfway Tree, serves as a personal acknowledgement of this struggle, showcasing his voice as an artist distinct from his father's legacy. Despite achieving success and recognition, Damian candidly reflects on the emotional cost of being Bob Marley's son, revealing feelings of grief and the absence of a complete father-son relationship. He emphasizes that while he has celebrated his father's greatness, the legacy is not without its fractures, and his revelations highlight the complexities of navigating a life intertwined with both admiration and unresolved pain. Ultimately, Damian's music and words bring to light the struggles he faced, offering a more nuanced understanding of the Marley legacy. Damian Marley has opened up about the emotional disconnection and complex family dynamics stemming from his relationship with his father, Bob Marley, whom he never knew. He reflects on how his mother's love for Bob may have affected him emotionally and acknowledges the burden of carrying the Marley surname, which has shaped his life under public scrutiny. Despite breaking the silence surrounding his upbringing, Damian recognizes that this does not erase the trauma or alter Bob's legacy. He highlights the strength of the women in Bob's life who raised their children and maintained family bonds. While Damian's revelations are honest and emotional, they underscore the enduring impact of unspoken words and unresolved feelings between him and his father. The video invites viewers to consider how Damian's life might have changed if Bob Marley had lived longer. Damian Marley has recently opened up about his father, Bob Marley, revealing a complex and painful reality that contrasts sharply with the public's perception of the reggae icon. In a candid reflection, Damian discusses the emotional toll of growing up without a father, shaped more by absence than by legacy. He addresses the secretive love triangle involving his mother, Cindy Breakspeare, and Bob's wife, Rita Marley, which has long been a topic of silence. Despite carrying the Marley name and performing his father's music, Damian emphasizes that he was not raised by Bob Marley, but rather by the myth surrounding him, leading to a sobering realization that the father-son relationship was never fully realized. This revelation challenges the idealized narrative of Bob Marley as a nurturing figure, highlighting the heavy silence that has distorted public understanding of Damian's life and experiences. Damian Marley has opened up about the emotional disconnect he experienced with his father, Bob Marley, who passed away when Damian was just 2 years old. While the world views Bob as a revolutionary icon, Damian's reality was marked by distance and absence, leading him to see his father more as a myth than a personal figure. He lacked childhood memories or a father-son relationship, and the emotional weight of this absence was often overshadowed by the expectations of the Marley legacy. In breaking the silence, Damian did not create a glorified tribute, but instead offered an honest reflection on his experience of growing up without a father. This revelation challenges the idealized image of the Marley family and highlights the complexities of their legacy, as Damian acknowledges that while Bob fathered him, he was not a father in practice. His candidness sheds light on the often unspoken realities of familial relationships within the context of public admiration. Damian Marley, raised in the shadow of his legendary father Bob Marley, reflects on the profound impact of his father's absence, both physical and emotional, on his identity as an artist and individual. Growing up with the weight of his father's legacy, Damian performed under the influence of his father's ghost, but now he confronts the complex truth of his upbringing. His mother, Cindy Breakspeare, played a crucial role in his life, serving as his emotional anchor and protector while facing societal judgment for her relationship with Bob, who was still married to Rita Marley during their time together. Despite her strength, Cindy's status as the other woman cast a long shadow over their lives, complicating Damian's childhood and shaping his experiences. While Damian does not directly criticize his father, he acknowledges the emotional reality of being raised by a woman burdened by a fractured love story, highlighting the challenges of growing up in a non-traditional family dynamic marked by public scrutiny and the legacy of a man who chose another life. Damian Marley was raised by his mother, Cindy, who had to create a stable environment despite the emotional complexities surrounding his lineage, as he was the son of Bob Marley, a cultural icon who was never physically present in his life. Cindy's love for Bob, who was married to Rita, left a generational emotional cost that Damian is only now beginning to articulate. The relationship between Bob, Rita, and Cindy was fraught with extramarital affairs, and while Bob never formally acknowledged Cindy in his public life, their bond persisted until his death. Damian's existence is a testament to this complicated love triangle which has shaped his identity and the Marley legacy. Despite the potential for separation among Bob's 11 children from various relationships, Damian has indicated a surprising closeness with his siblings, suggesting that the complexities of their family dynamics did not entirely isolate them from one another. Damian Marley reflects on the supportive role of his mother, Cindy, and the other mothers in ensuring that the Marley siblings stayed connected and cared for, highlighting the importance of their unity in navigating their shared legacy. Despite the complicated dynamics between the adults, the mothers prioritized their children's relationships, fostering a blended family environment. Damian shares a poignant revelation about his father's death, suggesting that his mother's love, while not malicious, was disruptive and contributed to Bob's emotional turmoil. He expresses a sense of sadness surrounding the love story of his parents, indicating that the pressures and conflicts they faced had lasting impacts on their family.